Hi, everyone. I wanted to come and talk to you guys today about an experience that I had last week doing the Keto Reboot. It was my second time doing the Keto Reboot, and I don't know if you know what a Keto Reboot is, but it's a 60-hour cleanse designed to get your body back into its optimal performance state. So this is what it is. It's a product provided by Prove It. And it happens every single month. There's a group of people all across the country that do it together. I actually didn't do this last one with everybody across the country because it did not fit into my schedule. So it is not something that you have to do at the same time as everybody else. You can do it when it makes the most sense for you. But the benefit of doing it at the same time as everyone else is that you get the support and the coaching of going through it with everybody. There are dedicated reboot coaches available to answer questions. They're doing events live through our Facebook community to make sure that you guys have the support that you need to be successful during your reboot. So this was my second one. So I did it on my own. I had an accountability partner, which is something that I totally recommend if you are going to do it without having the community to support you. So the person that I was doing it with, it was their first reboot and my second reboot. So we paired up together to do it. We did it a week earlier than the rest of the country who is actually going through it right now. They are now a little over 1 day completed on their Keto Reboot journey. But what this is that it's 60 hours. It typically starts on a Sunday night and it ends on a Wednesday morning. You start out, well, what's included in here is 3 keto calm. Typically it's 2 caramel and 1 chocolate, 4 better broth. It's typically 2 keto thyme and 2 salted caramel, 4 keto OS max. It's usually 2 raspberry lemonade caffeinated and 2 non-caffeinated. You can always substitute this with any other flavor of Keto Max that you have that you would prefer taking. So you'll still get the raspberry lemonades that you can put into your normal mixtures, but you can also substitute it. And so, for example, you're in the mood for Heart Tart or Blue Ocean that day, feel free to substitute that in. And then you get 10 Signal OS capsules. And those are just really to help with you vitamins, minerals, everything that you need in order to be successful on your wellness journey and on the Keto Reboot. So, plus it says coaching, mentorship, support, and accountability. And that's, like what I said, with the Facebook community and having everybody go through it at the same time. So this is the Keto Reboot. Really, it's beneficial because it resets your metabolism and gets your body running on fat for fuel. It's been a long day, so sorry. It's actually about midnight here, and I'm doing this from a hotel room because I'm traveling. But I wanted to just kind of come live while I'm got a little bit of free time traveling on the road and talk about this. So it's a great opportunity to reset your metabolism, get it back to running on fat for fuel. It creates what I think is a really cool natural cellular detoxification. So it really repairs your cells and causes any bad cells to get recycled, which is really awesome. It's like healing you and fixing you from the inside out. It helps you take control of unwanted cravings. So for me, I did this when I did it because I had just come back from a bunch of vacations. I had really fallen off the wagon of my healthy eating, indulged a little too much, and I needed to kind of get back in control. Some people also do it if they're in a plateau and they kind of need to change something up. So that is another good reason for doing it. And it really just helps to preserve your lean muscle mass, maximize your energy. So really, Keto Reboot is for anybody pretty much. There's a couple of classes, like if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, that you can't take the Keto Reboot. If you're under 18, if you have any eating disorders or anything like that, it is not necessarily something that you would want to do. But if you can answer yes to any of the following, you should consider doing a Keto Reboot. So if you continue to fall into diet pitfalls over and over again, something that you just can't stick with, if you are constantly hungry and craving food, if you feel bloated, or just like you're not performing at your peak optimal state, that's kind of where I was when I started the last reboot. And then I honestly think if you're looking to get any of the benefits out of keto, like better sleep, better energy, focus, not being inflamed, being at your peak physical performance, all of those things kind of come along with it, just like if you're using ketones or following a keto like lifestyle. So again, it's 60 hours. I have now done two. The first one I did, I actually lasted till 68 hours. This past one, I lasted to 70 hours. I probably could have lasted longer, but I had a lot of work that I had to do, so I was up really late that night. I knew I was going to have a really late night, so I decided to break my fast instead of going to sleep, so that it would give me some extra energy to get through the night. The surprising thing that I found in both times that I've done it, and this is the same thing that my accountability partner said to me, that she found so surprising, is she wasn't hungry. If anything, she was really struggling to have the broth, have the ketones, have the tea. I don't think either one of us actually use all of the ketones or broth or tea that were in our package. It's just, we're not hungry. Like, it's surprising. Like, everybody that I talk to is so scared to do this because they think they're going to be hungry, they're going to be hangry, and they're going to, want to, they'll be mean to everybody that they're friends with or family, and nobody's going to want to be around them, and they're going to be miserable. And I personally did not experience that. But I had moments where I may have gotten a little lightheaded, or where it was a little irritable just because the people around me were eating stuff. But did that also open my eyes at the same time to kind of my relationship with food? Because I wasn't hungry before they started eating stuff in front of me. Or, I found myself opening a refrigerator door, but I wasn't actually hungry. So it opens your eyes to your relationship with food, to how often we actually do eat, even when we're not hungry, just because it's a social thing, because there's food there. I know I'm at a conference this week for work. I didn't do it specifically this week because there's a ton of free food around, and I knew it would be very hard to be on a cleanse and not having anything when there's constant food and people eating food around me. So it just opens your eyes up to that relationship, and it makes it easier to be more aware of kind of what you're doing and the choices that you're making. And that then makes it easier for you to get back into a healthy lifestyle or back into making better choices. And so that's, to me, kind of the benefits of doing the keto reboot, is to get back on track, kind of get over a hump if maybe you're plateauing. And really just a mental thing about figuring out like what your relationship is with food. And for me, the other thing that I find is that you just have so much more self-confidence as a result of it. It's kind of eye-opening to me that I was, or amazing to me that I was able to do it and be happy throughout it and persevere as long as I did. And coming out of it, that I wasn't like, oh my God, give me all the food. I want all the food right now. Like, my husband was very much like, we need to, reward you with a great meal after you're done. And I was like, no, I actually don't feel like I need a reward. I don't feel like I did anything that was, that difficult. And I don't really want something bad now that I just treated my body so good and did something so good for myself. So it really is just a great experience. I know that there's a lot of fears and a lot of worries out there about doing something like this. I was very worried the first time before I did it. But let me tell you, the coaching, the support, the community aspect of it is huge. And it is really, really, really helpful. And once you do it once, you'll find that like you'll want to do it again. It's easy to do again. And I know I've been talking to somebody who it's now their third reboot. And it just, basically the same thing. It's just easier each time that you do it. And it helps you to kind of stay on track if you kind of do it regularly. So I know that the number one question people always ask is, how much weight did you lose? And did you keep it off? So I lost 5 pounds. The person who did it with me lost 6.5 pounds. I'm going to say I don't know if that was exactly at the 60 hours or if it was a day later. I typically continue to lose even after I start reintroducing food. So that is one thing, is that my final lowest number doesn't actually come usually until a day or 2 days later. So I actually think I lost, right around 5 pounds, maybe 5.5 pounds by the end of it. And yeah, it stayed off. I am more conscious of what I eat right now. I am more aware of my choices. I am trying to stick with making better choices. And I think that you feel like you are committed to doing that after having just gone through this big task. Why would you go through that and then just go back to eating all the things that are bad for you? So that's it's not just all water weight. It doesn't just come right back on. You're actually drinking tons and tons of water as you're going through it. So it's not like you're going to gain it right back. Because I know that's one thing people think is, okay, well, you lost that, but you'll gain it right back within the first few days of eating. You don't. So those are the most common questions that I get asked. And then obviously just people don't know how they would make it through it. And honestly, you really won't know until you try it for yourself. But let me tell you, my experience and tons of people's experience across the country is that it's easier than doing a traditional fast, which is just water. It's a lot easier when you have your ketones and you're nutritionally supported through things like the keto broth and the keto tea, the ketones, and the signal rest. And you don't necessarily feel hungry. Will you be tempted by seeing other people doing things around you, or will that potentially make you irritable? Sure. But you're actually not hungry. You actually have enough to keep you going through what's in the reboot kit. And you have the support and motivation to keep you going strong. So I invite you to join me on the next Keto Reboot, and I truly hope that you do. We do them every month. They typically go on sale at the beginning of the month, and they're typically done around the middle of the month. But remember, like I said, you buy it in the middle of the month, or you buy it at the beginning of the month, and those dates for the Keto Reboot in the middle of the month do not work for you, you can always do it on your own schedule. I just suggest getting an accountability partner. You can ask me to be your accountability partner, and I would be more than happy to help you there. But have an accountability partner if you're not going to do it with the rest of the country that's doing it at the same time. So just want to leave you with that. If you have any questions about the Keto Reboot, please feel free to drop them below, and I will answer them as quickly as I can. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.